So we've all been there, right? You're shopping online, maybe looking for some new budget tech,
Mm-hmm.
and then, bam, you find a bundle deal that looks almost, well, almost too generous to be true.
Yep.
This week, we did a deep dive into the source material that reviewed exactly that kind of offer. The Aleruva Android Tablet, complete 6-in-1 tablet bundle.
And this wasn't just the tablet.
No, not at all. According to our sources, this thing includes a keyboard, a mouse, a protective case, and a stylus. It's pitched as a whole mobile package.
Exactly. And that's our real mission today. We're not reviewing the tablet's quality. We're diving into the consumer review that looked at the vendor's legitimacy.
Right.
We're analyzing the metrics they used to decide if this website with this really tempting deal was actually trustworthy enough for you to click buy.
Okay, let's unpack this. The source material looked at the vendor and gave it a good trust score. They called it an average website.
That's right, an average website.
But here's my question. The report claimed they checked over 40 different elements.
A lot, yeah.
So if you do that much due diligence, why only average? Shouldn't that get you an excellent rating?
That's a really critical question, and that average rating tells us something important. It means while the site wasn't an immediate, obvious scam,
Okay.
it passed the basic automated checks. But it didn't exactly inspire total confidence either. The review team basically confirmed the site's infrastructure wasn't, immediately malicious.
So what kinds of things were they looking at to determine that?
Well, to get to that conclusion, they looked at several of those behind-the-scenes metrics. For instance, they examined the domain details.
Like how old it is?
Yeah, exactly. The domain's age. Legitimate companies usually have sites that have been registered for years. Scammers often use domains created just, weeks or months ago. A brand new site is a huge red flag. This one was old enough to be just average.
And what about some of the jargon in that technical analysis? I saw things like hidden content detail and the site's hosting location. Why is that relevant for someone just trying to buy a tablet?
That's where the real risk assessment comes in. Hidden content detail is basically about whether the website shows one thing to you, the human visitor, and something totally different to a search engine bot.
Oh, I see.
It's a classic tactic that deceitful sites use to try and climb the search rankings. So they confirmed the site wasn't hiding malicious code that way.
And the technology.
They looked at that too. Was it built on a professional, secure e-commerce platform or just some cheap, temporary site builder? All these infrastructure checks, hosting location, domain age, that's the foundation of any automated trust score. They're assessing the risk of the container, not the quality of what's inside.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though. After all that high-level automated scrutiny, and even after getting that good score, the researchers still recommended that the consumer should perform their own manual vetting to reach a sound conclusion.
And that right there, that synthesis is the core takeaway for you.
It seems like it.
It proves that an automated trust score, even one based on 40 factors, isn't definitive proof of legitimacy. Not when you're making a complex purchasing decision. The automated score just confirms the infrastructure isn't immediately faulty.
But it can't tell you if the seller is honest.
Exactly. It can't vet the seller's intent or confirm they will physically ship a specific 6-in-1 tech bundle. It still comes down to human vetting and critical thinking before you click buy.
So what does this all mean? When you boil it down, it sounds like the automated analysis is a necessary starting point. It confirms the site is built on, let's say, somewhat solid ground.
A good first step, yeah.
But your own personal due diligence is still the final necessary step before you commit to a complex bundle. An algorithm can't guarantee that keyboard and stylus will actually show up at your door.
Precisely. And that leaves us with this provocative thought, doesn't it? When a site is only deemed average, but it's promising an exceptional 6-in-1 bundle, how much weight should you give its general popularity versus the specific quality and truthfulness of what they're offering?
Right.
At what point does the sheer complexity of the deal demand an exceptional level of certainty, something far beyond a simple good trust score? That's something to mull over the next time a killer tech deal pops up in your feed.